All these diamonds in my chains got me dancing around this bitch. I'm Martin Luther King, black diamonds on my wrist. Put your zippers on my kids, push your cocoa.
Hey guys, what is up? Today I will be teaching you how to edit in Sony Vegas Pro 19 for beginners. This is a 2022 tutorial, but it will work for pretty much any year from now on, unless they change something a lot in Vegas. So basically what you'll have when you load up into Vegas is something like this. Now you want to size this down a little and size this up. If you don't see how I'm doing it, you just want to make sure this little arrow is showing, and you could go ahead and do it from the sides. You will not have this preset thing, but I will be teaching you how to get that in a future video, and I will also link a video down below that does teach you how to get that. Once you do all that, once you do all your resizing, what you want to go ahead and do is click Control, Shift, and S on your keyboard all at the same time. Now name your file and go ahead and save it wherever you would like. This is just so you don't lose progress, and you want to just frequently save your projects, essentially. So now what you want to do is you want to go down to your folder right here, and you want to go over to wherever your assets will be. I'm actually going to drag everything into here, into my assets folder. You could just grab it from wherever. And you want to import any amount of clips and your sound effects in. So the song I'm using for this is, if we could just click open here. Actually, let's just go ahead and listen to it. So the song that I'm using is Diamond Dancing. That's a little preview of it. But what you want to go ahead and do is you want to right click on your custom bins, create new custom bin, and just name two folders. Do that again, name another folder, and this will just make it so your clips are organized and you're not stumbling around with your clips. Basically, you want to import your clips. These are all my clips. So once you import your clips, you want to go back to all media and go and import your sound effects. Then what you want to go ahead and do, first step, is to import your song. So I'm going to import Diamonds Dancing and just drag it to the very front like that. Go to your clips and you just want to grab your first clip. I'm going to use this one. Once you do that, you can go ahead and take this clip and put it in the used bin. Next, you want to trim your clip down to wherever you want it. I'm going to start it right here. You want to press your click button on your mouse and then click S on your keyboard. Then you could click this and you could right click and delete, or you could just press delete on your keyboard. Then you could grab your clip, drag it to the front, and fade it in by a little bit. I'm going to fade it in by 1 second. And I'm going to delete my audio. You do not have to. If you do want to delete your audio, press U on your keyboard and press delete on your keyboard. After that, you want to find the kill. Where the kill is when the red dots first show. Then press M on your keyboard to mark the spot. And then you want to go and trim the song. So in this song, we want to find the first beat. The first beat is right there. Then you want to drag it and then drag this out. By the way, if you didn't know how I split the song, it's the same way I split the clip. You just press S on your keyboard. Then you want to find the clap after the beat. As you can hear, it's right here. Then you want to split delete and go ahead and apply your velocity. Velocity is basically slow motion. What you want to do for that is right click on the clip, click insert remove envelope, and velocity. Then you could double click on this, go 6 frames back. In order to move back a couple frames, you want to just press the arrows on your keyboard. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you want to go 11 frames back. Finally, you want to go back to the marker and go 3 frames forward. Just use the left and right arrows. Then what you want to do is you want to click on this marker, 6 frames back, and you want to set it to 50% forward velocity. Go and click this marker, set to 50% forward velocity. Go and click this marker, set it to slow fade. This line, set it to fast fade. And then click on this middle point and set it to 400%. Once you have done that, you can do it with the rest of the clips. I will be back after I do that.
Got me dancing around this bitch. I'm Martin Luther King. Black diamonds on my wrist, put your siblings on my key.
Yo. Yeah, I heard you. Alright guys, once you do this for all your clips, what you want to go ahead and do is crossfade in between the clips. So in order to crossfade, you want to take the first clip, which would be right here, and go ahead and drag it 20 out. And that just crossfades, adds a nice transition, so that's not all linear. And you want to go ahead and do that with all of them. This one actually split right here. I meant to split it right about here. You don't have to split your clips if you do not want to. I'm just gonna make this the length of the split. And we actually did this one wrong, so we want to go ahead and do that. Right on the marker. Alright guys, now we want to actually crossfade this clip as well. Just go 20 in, like the other one. And that creates a nice crossfade. If your crossfade is not working, what you want to make sure is that this arrow shows, and not the other one, not this one, but this one. And you could just drag it. Now we get to the fun stuff, which is the impacts and the build-ups. So for this first build-up, what we can do is we can split the clip on the highest point. So go to the marker and press S on your keyboard. And apply my paddle-free impact right here. You want to go ahead and apply it. And that gives you a nice shake. Then what you want to go ahead and do is click right here on this side. Click down here. Or you could just click Control G on your keyboard, both work. And type in -30. Once you type in -30, you want to press S on your keyboard. Go ahead and apply my build-up 1. And you should see a nice build-up. Once you got that, you want to go to the second clip, do the same thing. Press split. Apply my impacts. Press Control G on your keyboard and go back 30 frames. For this one, what you could do is you could apply my build-up 2. And that just gives you a nice little stretch build-up essentially. And for this final one, we don't really need a build-up. We could just add my impact. So split, add the impact, and that looks all good. Now what you want to do is you want to actually add sound effects. I left the sound effects down in the description, so you want to go ahead and grab those. And for this first one, it is a blue pump. So what you want to do is go here, insert audio track, and drag it below your other audio track, essentially, and just do that with both. Then you want to click here, double click on this, and put it at -6.6, and you want to just do that with both of them. Obviously you could go lower or higher depending on your preference, but that's just how I like to do it. Next, you want to take your bass swoosh, drag it onto the timeline, and line it up with the highest mountain right here. Then you want to just take your pump headshot and go ahead and line it up at this first major point. Then what you could do is you could just fade it out and you should be good. For this, it is a spaz shot, so what you want to do is grab your bass swoosh, do the same thing. And then for the spaz, in order to line it up, what you need to do is line it up on the second mountain right here, basically. So like right there. Then you could just drag this down a little, and you have your spaz shot. This last one is a pump impact, so what you can actually just do is just copy this over. How I did that is I pressed D on my keyboard twice, highlighted over this, press D on my keyboard twice again, and then click Control on my keyboard and dragged it over. This just copied it over. And we could just line this up, and it should be all good. So if we take a look at this, we should, in theory, have a completed 3-clip video. So how I did that, how I pre-rendered, is I dragged over all the clips and pressed Shift and B on my keyboard at the same time. So let's take a look.
All these diamonds in my chains got me dancing around this bitch. I'm Martin Luther King, black diamonds on my wrist. Put your sevens on my.
So as you can see, it is a bit laggy, but it is unavoidable with pre-rendering, essentially. But I will show you how to get rid of that in the next part. So what you want to do now is, in order to render the video, you want to just drag this last clip out about a second and just crossfade it in. In order to crossfade, you click on this little corner and drag it in, and that just makes a nicer fade out. You want to do the same thing with the song. What you can do is just split the song right there and go ahead and drag it out. Fade type, and you can do that. That part's optional, but it just makes it sound nicer. In order to render, what you want to do is highlight your entire thing, your entire project, and then go to File, go to Render As, click on this, type in Done, and go ahead and go here, and just render wherever you want. In order to get good render settings, what you need to do is just click Magic's AVC, AAC, go to any of these presets, and just copy these settings right here. So you could just pause the video and copy these settings, and then click OK. Click down here and just save it wherever you would like. I'm gonna save it right here. I'm gonna click render, and I'll catch you guys back when it is done rendering.